Hi BookTube, Sven from Picking Out Books here. I'm trying out the new setup, so hopefully a bit of a better picture. I use the back camera on my phone now, and I have to use a mirror so I can see what I'm doing and stuff like that, so it will be interesting. So, sorry I've been gone so long. It's been just a crazy couple of weeks really. I haven't had time for anything. But here I am, and since I've only been reading Norwegian books lately, and they're not too interesting to hear about for guys like you in other countries, I am doing a tag. I was tagged by Chapter Kate, so thank you for that. I also been tagged in the makeup video tag, and I'm going to do that. It's going to be hilarious, I think, but I need to some more time to prepare for that one. So I'm doing the mid-year check-in tag done by Dane and Harriet Rosie. So let's just start, shall we? I have a sheet here, so a cheat sheet. How many books have you read this year? 25 books. I know for some people that's not a lot, but I'm happy. My goal was to read one book per week, and I'm almost there, so that's good. What was your favorite book this year? Or so far this year? I know I've been ranting about this book before, but I'll do it again. The Bird Tribunal by Agnes Ravatn. It's just a fantastic book from a fantastic writer. So that's the one. So what's the most disappointing book you read this year? And I must say, usually if I don't like a book, I just don't finish it. So if I actually read a book, it's not horrible. But I guess the most disappointing must be The Way Home by George Pelecanos. I know I have said his name horribly wrong before. Pekalinos, I think I called him. So sorry for that, George. Yeah, it's not a horrible book. It's just, but it was disappointing. I was thinking it's going to be a lot more exciting, and what's more, it was slow. And question 4, what genre have you read most this year? And I think, I had a look at my Goodreads, and it's without a doubt literary fiction. But close behind that is actually essays. I've really been enjoying reading essays. So if anybody has any good tips for good essays, let me hear them. I need to read more of that. 5. Name a new favorite author you have discovered this year. So this is a bit of a cheating because I actually have read some of her before, but we're going back to Agnes Ravatn. I liked her before this year too, but this year I read everything I can of her because she's one of my new favorites. So that's that. What's the most surprisingly good book you read so far this year? That's without a doubt a book that, yeah, I thought was just going to be weird, but I really liked it. And that's Every Time We Meet at the Dairy Queen, Your Whole Fucking Face Explodes by Carlton Merrick III. It's a really weird book. I'm not saying it's not weird, it's really weird, but it's beautiful too, and it's sweet, and it's a great love story. If a very, very weird one. So I want to read more of him, but a lot of his other books are more like barbed wire vagina and stuff like that, and I think that lacks the cute, to say the least. So I'm not sure what I'm going to read next. What are your favorite and most anticipated 2018 releases? And I must admit, it's not much. I know I work in a bookstore, so I should really know what is coming out, but I just read things when they come out. I don't think too much about them. But I have one, because I have listened to the audio version of both the first books in the Cormoran's Drug series by Robert Galbraith. Psst, it's really J.K. Rowling. Yeah, everyone knows that. But and I liked them, but they didn't really catch my... Yeah, I didn't love them. I liked them, but didn't love them. But then I watched the TV series. And I watched the 2 first miniseries and really, really liked them. So now I started reading The Career of Evil. And I'm really enjoying reading that. So I guess it must be the next Cormoran Strike book, Little White. Question 8. What's your next big priority for reading? Yes, really, I just want to read more essays and more books about literature. Not just literature, but I've read some books the last years that are like long interviews with writers, conversation books, we call them in original, or samtalebøker. And I've really enjoyed them. Not just about just writers, but also of people who love literature. So that's that. Hi Spike. Spike is here. It is third birthday, isn't it, Spike? Yes, it is. Do you want to come up and say hi? Come then, Spike. Come. Hi guys. Yeah, here he is. Yeah, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. The cat is here too, so. But you have to go down now, Spike. Go down. Oh, there we are back, I think. Yes. Just a dog. 9. What has been your bookish highlight of the year so far? And I think maybe that's, in a way, that's quite a strange question, I think, because it's a lot like the best book I read this year, I think, but I had to pick something else. So I had to say, this is really capitalist of me, so that's not really me. But I bought a beautiful edition this year, and I usually don't buy expensive, beautiful editions. But this book just means so much to me. And it's The Hobbit by Tolkien. It was the book that really made me love literature. And it has this great box with 3D effects. I don't know if you can see them. And in the box there is the first edition of The Hobbit. It is a booklet with information about The Hobbit. It's a CD with Tolkien himself reading from The Hobbit. And it's a map. And it's just... Oh, I love it. It's so beautiful. And it's really, really expensive. Thank God I work in a bookstore, so I get some... get some percents off, but yeah, it was still really expensive for me, but I liked it, or I love it. And then we're almost done. There's just, who do you tag? And I tag Paperback Junkie and his lovely wife. It was really cool if they both did it. And Celia, the only other Norwegian booktuber I know that are active. So that's that. So hopefully I will be back soon. And it doesn't take as much time as it did the last time. So I'll see you then. Bye.